What is stone crabbing? Stone crabbing is the act of trapping and harvesting stone crab claws. These guys. The first step of stone crabbing is getting some of these. This is a stone crab trap, and it's a pretty simple mechanism. The bait goes in the trap, and when the stone crabs and sometimes other creatures smell their lunch, they climb through the hole in the top. These traps are effective because the crabs cannot get out of the trap because they cannot swim upwards. Step 2. Acquire a boat? Check. Step 3. Gather a crew? Check. Step 4. Get everyone and everything on the boat. Head out to popular stone crabbing spots. In our case, it's the Florida Keys. Did you know 90% of stone crabs come out of Monroe County? That's where we are. One of the most important things to have when stone crabbing is your bait. We use pig's feet, fish carcasses, and sometimes other dead animals. My job usually is to count the pig's feet and distribute them amongst the traps. Once the bait is in, we drop the traps. We leave the traps for 1 to 2 weeks. We don't go any longer because when the crabs run out of food, they will start eating each other. After that time, we are right back on the water to pick up and sometimes re-drop the traps. Since many people stone crab, popular spots can be crowded with buoys. So how do we know which traps are ours? 3 ways. 1. Most people have unique buoys with different color schemes and designs. 2. Waypoints. Waypoints are coordinates saved in the boat's GPS unit. We create waypoints whenever we drop a trap so we can easily follow these coordinates back to the traps. This is useful because other boats' propellers can sometimes cut off our buoy and we are able to re-find the trap by diving in the water and finding it. 3. If a buoy becomes unrecognizable and you may be unsure whether or not the trap is yours, the state of Florida requires all traps to have something we call tags. Tags have name, address, phone number, and license number. To pull the traps, we use a boat hook to grab the buoy and pull up the trap. This can be very heavy. Now it's the moment of truth. Did we get any crabs? Yes, we got lots of crabs, and sometimes other things too. In our time of stone crabbing, we've caught some pretty crazy things in the traps. Baby lobsters, blue crab, catfish, pufferfish, starfish, eels, a baby shark, and my personal favorite, an octopus. Now is for the scary part. My dad has to grab the crab so that the other crab is pinching him. Did I mention that the big crabs have enough force to crush your finger? Once my dad has the crab, we have to measure the claws. To do that, we use a stone crab measuring device. We put the end of the indent part at this point of the claw, and if the claw fits in the indented area, the claw is not big enough to be harvested. If the claw exceeds this point, we can harvest it. We do this by sticking a sharp object into a joint on the claw, which triggers the crab's defense mechanism to drop its claw. We then drop, or frisbee, the crab back into the water. Now it's time to go home and cook the claws. We steam the stone crab claws to cook them. Some people prefer their claws chilled and others hot. We usually serve them warm with sides of butter and mustard for dipping. Stone crabs have very tough shells, so we have to use special tools to crack open the claws. In total, these claws are about 5.19 pounds. At market price, stone crab claws go for about $40 to $80 per pound, making stone crab claws one of the most expensive seafood items per pound. This dish would cost upward of $500 in a restaurant. Bon appetit!